Now, when we call men to be more vulnerable, especially in today's world, in this new age idea, pop psychology, whatever, we're calling them to do the inner work. And of course, it is important. We as men have a lot of work to do. But the way that we present this work is packaged in a way that it serves women. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't some things that are serving men as well as women. But what I'm saying is that we need to adapt our way of communication and a way of working so it serves men. And to do that, we need to understand deeply how the male psyche works and how masculine male biology is designed and built to navigate the world, to connect, to serve, how it moves and how it actually acts. Now, there's something that we need to understand about men, especially about the psyche. So when we look at the feminine psyche is very expressive. It is flowy. And it searches for emotions as something to guide them. While male psyche, it's more directional. It sees emotions as signals, and it is searching for structure and meaning. So, when you say to a man, be more vulnerable, get in touch with your emotions, be more expressive, you're calling him to act in a way that is opposite of his biology, of his godly design, of his psyche. Because a man, to get in touch with his emotions, he needs to move through action. And to have the movement through the action, he needs to have clarity and direction. Also, we need to look back at the history where before there were wars, there were a lot of bloody, heavy wars that didn't serve us. But of course, we as men were in the center of that. And if you told 2,000 years or 20,000 years ago a man to be more vulnerable, to get in touch with his emotions, his reaction would be the same as it is today. Because just as I explained the masculine male psyche right now, it applies also to the man before, where if you told a man to share his emotions while he is doing something, while he is in the midst of a battle or while he is building something, he would look at you and be like, what are you doing? Go away, I don't need that. Why is that? Because the masculine way of navigating the emotions doesn't come first. As I said, the emotions for a man, they are just the signals that he has to discern, that he has to look at this, okay, this is saying this is saying that, this is saying this, and then find a way to move forward through the aligned action so he can actually do something. For a man to flow with the emotions into nothingness, unknownness, and spiral down, it's death. And yes, that is needed, especially when we are operating from false self and out of authenticity. This thing will act as initiation for a man. But in everyday life, we as men have to have a direction, a sense of self, and sense of value, sense of our own understanding of who we are and what we do in life, and move with clarity, move in the aligned action. And only after we have moved through this action, the emotions will rise and we will feel them and we will release them, either through crying or through experiencing some, chaos or whatever. And everybody is saying that is wrong, or that is like suppressing the emotions or neglecting them or not paying attention. But when chaos happens, when shit comes up, a man will not stand and cry and worry and look at it like, ah. He will act. For women, it is different. They will experience, they will feel, they will see, they will navigate, they will move with it. But as that is happening, a man has to act. It's not something that is written as a rule. It is his natural biological way of dealing with stuff. So maybe instead of calling man to be more vulnerable, which literally means to be exposed to the possibility of being attacked, harmed, either physically or emotionally, which for a man in the midst of the battle is a big no-no. It's not just his head, it's his biology, it's his instinct, it's his everything saying like, that's not the way for me. Because he knows that is something that is not needed of him and that will mess him up. So instead of calling men to be more vulnerable, to open up to the emotions, maybe let's call men to be more transparent, which is actually calling them into more honorable space where they can feel the openness. Just pay attention how those two words, the tonality of them, gives the effect to your whole body differently. So when you say vulnerable, you feel like you're drowning a little bit, and like you're clenching your body. But when you say transparent, you're opening up. And you're exposing yourself not in a way where you're like being hurt, but more with, embodiment of strength. So, being transparent literally means to be honest, with clarity, real, which is calling men to act with more honesty, with more honor, where they will literally share honestly where they are, what is happening, what is alive. And they will continue to move without catching up on the emotion and then drowning with it. For us men, it's so important to feel the strength and power. And I know people say vulnerability is not weakness. Of course, it's not. But for men, it is. I see the idea of vulnerability for men as something that is taking us away more and more from who we truly are, while transparency is bringing us together. So if I can transparently share, look, brother, I'm feeling a little bit of fear, I'm feeling a little bit of chaos, but I'm here. I have this chaos happening. I'm moving through, I'm creating this, I'm building this. I'm ready to rock. Let's go, let's do this, He's more like, yeah, I'm real. I'm alive. Like, I'm right here, right now. I know where I am. I'm okay with it. I'm not drowning in it. Like, I'm ready to go. And whatever happens after, it's okay. I got me, And I know that the other guys got me because I'm honest. I'm real. I'm human. That is what being transparent really means. And if you want men to come to you, to open up to you more, to share more what is truly alive with them, to get in touch with their emotions, literally call them to be more transparent. They will do it from an honorable, strong space. And even if they break down after sharing the emotions that come up, they will do it from the place that is still not awakening shame in them, but it's building their inner strength, because they're like, okay, cool, I share this. Awesome. I feel lighter in my heart. I feel lighter in my stomach, on my back. It's good. I'm ready to go. Well, if you're calling them to be vulnerable, they're going to share and they're going to cry and drown, and it's going to be chaos, and it's going to be... Nobody wants to see a man getting drowned in the emotions of being vulnerable and then dig his own grave into the space of shame and anger and frustration. And it's not that emotions and feelings and judgment is thrown at him from others around him. It is from himself. Because just as I said, the tonality, the programming of this word, it's going against our nature. It's going against the way of man. While transparency is moving men closer to their true design and is building strength. So instead of being more vulnerable, let's be more transparent as men. Bunga! Bunga!